Okay, we're doing a set review for Strixhaven. These are the rares. This is the first time I'm seeing for most of them. So, yeah, I won't have much background looking at each one of these rares. But we'll get into it. Chat is on the left for their own opinions. We will start with Academic Probation. 2 mana, choose one. Lesson. Lessons are weird cards that you can play in your sideboard, which you're able to tutor for them with certain other spells. So I don't know how to rate lessons. We'll have to see. Okay. Choose a non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. Okay, so. Other one is choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block. Okay, this is awful. What the freak? But I guess because it's an extra card, but still, lessons are poopy. Okay. Accomplished Alchemist. 4 mana. Oh, geez. Just make mana, gain life. Okay, it's like limited all-star. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. This card's sweet for all your 4 mana staples. Magecraft is whenever you cast instant or sorcery, it triggers Magecraft. So a draw engine for casting stuff in Storm. Pretty poggers. It being a 2/2 is really crappy, but I think it's okay. It's probably too much, and it's a 2/2, so it dies to almost everything. It's probably too expensive for Modern. Maybe in Pioneer, but the problem is it just dies too easily. Augmenter Puggist. 3 mana, 3/3, and it dies Stomp. Yeah, it dies Stomp. As long as you control 8 or more lands, it gets +5/+5. I don't know what the other side is. I forgot to flip that one. Baleful Mastery. 4 mana, exiled creature opponents. Okay, sure. But if you pay, you can use it to pay 2 to exile, but they draw a card. Pioneer, yes. Modern, probably no. But Pioneer with Narset, Dimir Control, I think it could be definitely playable. It's pronounced Pugilist. Pugilist. I like this card, though. Very flexible. Could be playable. I like that you can reduce to be 2 mana. I like that it exiles a lot. I think it will see play in Pioneer. Probably not Modern. But yeah. Basic Conjuration. 3 mana, Lesson. Oh no, that means it sucks. Look at the top 6 cards you library. Reveal a creature card from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest of your... You gain 3 life. I mean, if it's an extra card, like if any of these other ones, Pugilist, if any of these other ones are decent, maybe. But if they're all awful, not the lessons, the thing that gets lessons. If the spells that get lessons are bad, then lessons are horrid. Ooh, 7 mana. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green and black and green pest creature token when this dies, you gain 1 life. Pay 10, untap all lands you control. This is not a modern card or a pioneer card. It is a commander card, but it's a sweet one. 0 to 10. The Blade Historian, sorry. 4 red white hybrid. Attack creature control have double strike. It's a human, so 4 mana spells have to be bonkers to be playing in Modern. So I don't think this is bonkers enough. For Pioneer, maybe, but probably not. Very hard to get a 4 mana spell working. 3 mana, 3/2. Other pests, bats get +1/+1. When it dies, you gain 4 life. Weird. Oh, I don't have the flip of it. I don't know what the... Someone's saying chat what the flip side does. The other ones I do have the flip, but not that one. Blot out the sky. Create X, tap, 2/1 black inkling with flying. I don't know why I'm struggling to read today. Like 6 or more destroy all non-land permanent, non-creature non-land permanents. I mean, it won't see play, but it's a sweet card. 8 mana, board wipe-ish. Bonkers limited. Okay, I saw the dumbest thing this morning. Dylan MTG, shout out to Dylan. He can't do math, but he tries. He calls this card the next Splinter Twin. You play it with the stupid Simic card from What was set Vanifars from? When it has 20 counters on it and your next upkeep, you win the game. The was it War? Yeah, if you get 20 counters, you win the game. So it's a 2 mana card. So then if you have that and then this out when you cast it, you'll put 20 counters on it. Allegiance, yeah, Allegiance. And so then you win the game. So you play one of those, then this, then you just win the game next turn. So he's calling it a Splinter Twin. I was like, no, there's no way. Are people no? There's no way people are actually gonna play that. This card, I mean, like it's a 6 mana big creature, right? But there's no way people are actually gonna play it in constructed. Teferi's banned in too many things. But it's basically Splinter Twin. It's a 6 mana Splinter Twin reprint, some might call it. Because it's still an 8 mana combo, but I don't think it's that good. Callous Blood Mace, 3 mana, 2/1. ETB, is it a human? No, okay. ETB, create a 1/1 that has when it dies, you gain 1 life. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Exile target plays graveyard. It is 2 mana, it'd be dope, but 3 mana, it's versatile. It'll probably see play in a crappy, those crappy vampire decks that some people like to play. But besides that, probably not. Yeah, it's gonna be a 6 mana. Just make it a 44. It's gonna be a nuts card though. But I don't know if this is where you want to be. Wait, you actually donated? Thank you for the donation deck list. As I'm looking at the screen, Cody's Versurus Codex, 3 mana. You can't cast permanent spells. Okay, but if you pay for it, you add 5. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards on the top of your library until you exile instant or sorcery with lesser mana value until end turn. You may cast a card without paying its mana cost, but each other card exile swing the bottom of its library in random order. Is this card bad or is this good or? Oh, it's a creature? I thought it was an artifact for non-permanence. It's a commander card. I think it's bad. Could we not break it with anything? Is there nothing? It's bad. What if we like do it into like restore balance, right? Yeah, if it wasn't a creature, it'd be way better. Okay. Return target Planeswalker card with mana X or less than your get rid of battlefield. Okay, not bad. A reanimate spell. Remove twice X loyalty from target Planeswalker opponent controls. Oh, it's a lesson? Wait, that's a good lesson. Wait, that's a really good lesson. So if we find, does it only reanimate Planeswalkers? Okay, it's only Planeswalkers. Okay. If we find another card that is like good at getting lessons, it'll be good. Conspiracy theorist. Okay, okay. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 and discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay, you pay 1 to rummage. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you may exile 1 of them from your graveyard. If you do, you may cast it this turn. It's a good card. I don't. Hmm. Dredge might play it. You could play it in humans. Like it gives you a good card draw engine. I think this card's actually decent. I'm. Is that Work with Madness? Yes, no. Like, if you discard a card, you can cast it for his mana cost. So yes, I like this card. I think it could see play. It's like an engine that draws card. You just play loaded efficient ground, especially like maybe black red decks. Because like think of it with Bobble. You loot, discard Bobble, play Bobble. I like. I think it's a good card actually. It's like pay one to draw in like a lot of instances. Sure, you can't play the lands, but you will be able to play like Mishra's Bobble, Bolts, Pushes, Thoughtseizes. Uh, yeah, I think this card is actually really good. I think it will see modern play. You can play it in so many weird decks. Crackle with power. It lets you flashback minions for dredge. Wait. Whenever you discard one or more non-land, you may exile one of them from your. No, you have to discard it. You have to discard it. It can't be just any card in your graveyard. Okay, cackle with power. You may deal 5 times. So how much would you? You have to have so much mana. Is it better than Grape Shot? No, I don't think it's better than Grape Shot. Well, I mean, it's definitely not better than Grape Shot. But like, is there any world where do you want to play this? You can play it in Tron. 5, 8, 11. 12 mana wins. You mean 11? It's 14 mana, right? When it guaranteed wins. It's not a great card. Like it's an interesting card, but it's like whatever. Okay, Nassif's thingy. Destroy this card I think could maybe be actually alright in my Giant and Abzan decks. Destroy each non-land permanent with CMC 2 or less. Add black or green for each destroyed permanent this way. So you destroy Sylvan Caryatid, which is a big deal. Yeah, Radishex. I think you could see play. You get the mana back. I think like giving the mana back is huge. For modern's pretty busted. I wouldn't say busted. Like you'd play one, but it's pretty good. I'd play it in my like Abzan or Jund decks. Then you can play. You get a pick, so you play you board wipe and then Goyf. So yeah, I think it's a good card. Culmination of Studies. Exile the top X card library. For each land card exile this way, create a creature treasure token. For each blue card exile this way, draw a card. What? For each red card exile this way, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wait. So if I do it for 6, and say we get like land, spell, yada yada. So it'd be like draw a card, make 2 treasure tokens, deal. Okay, never mind. That's not as good as I thought it would be. Wait, does the damage go anywhere, or does it have to be? Oh, at each opponent. Okay, commander card. Yeah, it's a sick. Oh, they reprinted Hogak. Whenever it attacks, sack a creature. If it had trample, sure, but because this doesn't have trample, no, we're never gonna see this later day. What is this? 6 mana, destroy all non permanents. Okay. What happens if you pay 4? An opponent chooses up to 2 non permanents they control and return them to their hand. Not bad. Double major. Copy target creature spell you control except as legendary if the spell is legendary. What are you going to copy? Is there any combos out there with legendary creatures if you have 2 of them? I mean, you could copy Tassiger. Maybe Saltai, you play it. Uro? Yeah, copy Uro. This card is so bad. Exile a card. So it's sort of a graveyard. And then it deals damage equal to CMC. This card's so bad. Okay, 2 mana, 2/2. Good. When it instant sorcery, put a counter on it. Okay. Not great, but pay 6, double it. New Goyf. It's not gonna do anything. Dramatic finale. This card sounds sweet. I don't know what it does, but it sounds sweet. Creature tokens you. Oh no. You have +1/+1. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature and token with flying. This ability only triggers once per turn. What? You had me the first half. Dream Strix. When G6 becomes target of a spell, sacrifice it. Okay, 3 mana 3/2 flyer, pretty good. When it dies, learn. Hmm. Go get that black card. Seems okay. It seems okay. I don't think I'll see much play, but it seems I don't think I'll see any play. But it is a good card. Like it's actually decent. I like this card. Ecological Appreciation. Search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names that each have mana value X or less. Reel them. An opponent shuffles 2 of those cards. Shuffle chosen cards into your library and put the rest on the battle. So they pick 2. Um, say you pay 5, you get 2 decent 2-drops that you tutor for, kind of. Tutor for Yawgmoth combo. Yes and no. You'll never get the pieces. The issue. It's more of a value card. It's not like I don't think it's a combo card at all. I think it's a value card. I think it's fun. Like if you have a creature toolbox deck, like Kiki Cord, it just I actually like look at Caruso's deck. I think doing that would be you because you get to like 7 mana. You go pay. You go get 4 drops. You get like Vanifar, Resto, Seasoned Pyromancer, and some other value creature, and you're happy with it. I don't think it Undying. They get shuffled back in. So I do like this card. I think it'll see niche play, but it's like decent enough and costed enough. You can't just get 2 cards because they get shuffled back in. They choose which cards go back. So it doesn't quite work. A free Flame Painter, double strike. Oh no! Whenever a free deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. That's a good card. It's cost too much anyways. A big Dreadhorde Arcanist. Wait, that is big Horde. Wait, that's a good card. It won't see any play, but it's a good card. It just costs too much. Whoa, there's a lot of text. 4 mana. Whenever you cast the instant sorcery, choose target creature you control. Until end of turn, it gains. This creature would leave the battlefield. Exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. When exile this creature, get a 4/4. Okay. Limited All Star. And what's his name? Paulo Vitor Demar de Riosa. PVDDR. Let's go with that. 2 times the cost, 2 times the triggers. Yeah, your bolts become weird things. Yeah, PVDDR. Flying, ETB, exile a non land card. It remains exiled, and they can cast it, but it costs 2 more to cast. And they don't get it back if they violate. So it's like a 3 mana 3/1 flyer that is taxing a card in their hand, and you get to see what's in their hand, which I think is pretty strong. This card will see play. It's pretty ephemerate. Like it's a good card. Just making your opponent's cards cast more is pretty good. And white. And it's a 3/1 flyer. Evasion. It's a human. And it's not legendary. So, maybe we'll see a fun of in humans or taxes or ephemerate decks. Best card in this it's not the best card in the set. That lesson card was better than it. Until end of turn, double target creature's power X. Maybe it is the best card in the set. Did I get the backside of this? I didn't. What's the backside of this card? Double strike. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, that's it? I don't know what the other side does. It's a poop token summoner. Okay, another one from the cycle. 5 mana. Search library up to 3 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle, and discard 3 random. Ooh. If you pay 4, an opponent discards any number of cards and draw them any cards. This card's very interesting. Its aim is to sacking number creatures to reduce its cost by 2. Oh, yeah, that card's awful. The backside is Tybalt. Oh, yeah, it makes the demon guy. It's not that good, though. This card is weird. Tutor up 3 cards, then you discard 3 at random. You go get 3 hollow ones for 4 mana, and then you just pray. Wait, that's what you do with this card. You just go get hollow ones. Or you go get phoenixes. Go get phoenixes. Wait, this card is actually really good. Yeah, you do it like in Waste Not. Get root wallas. You're not gonna go get root wallas. I like it. This card's sick. It costs 4. What do you mean it'll node? It's a good card. Waste Not's bad enough as is. You can play stuff like that. Phoenix good again. But yeah, you go like ritual, cast this, and hope you discard your phoenixes. Think of it. Ritual, go get my phoenixes and pray. Okay, 2 mana. Whenever an opponent activates ability, instant mana ability, this card deals 1 damage to that player. Those cards like always suck. Yeah, and then your hand's gonna be small anyways. Ooh, I'm telling you, we'll do it. We're gonna break that card in Phoenix. 2 mana silence that shuts off planeswalkers. Okay, thank you. I didn't have it. I didn't flip it. I flipped it later on. Card won't see play. It's like poop poop. Okay, these are the worst lands they could have picked. This is the worst cycle. You know how we always ask for cycles we finish? This is the worst cycle to finish. No one cares about Shadowlands. It wasn't a good freaking cycle in the first place. And they finished it. Like, why? You know how awful it feels to open up a rare and you get this garbage? Like, jeez. There's so many better sets to pick from. Okay. 4 mana, 3/4 flying. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Okay, sure, whatever. Activate. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cat. What? Artifacts? Oh, wait, you can just tap. So they're summoning 6, so the treasure token you make can't immediately cast. Best Elder Dragon. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. It just makes a mana rock, kind of. So it's like so in Niv. I wouldn't even play this in Niv Mizzet because it's not a 2-for-1. It just is a 3/4 flyer that'll die immediately and you have an artifact. Artifacts don't have summoning sickness? They do. So you can't tap. Or no, they don't. Wait. What am I thinking of that you can't tap the artifact? Yeah, they don't. So you can immediately tap? Only creatures? Oh, I actually, yeah, you guys are. I'm right, right? Like you can tap it immediately when it comes into play. Okay, now a professor. When our professor enters the battlefield, learn. Oh no, just a 5/4. Okay, put a plus on this can activate only as a sorcery, and only if you cast it as a sorcery. Okay, once you play, but it's a card. Okay, 5 mana, 4/5. Ooh, 4/5. Spirit you control get +1/+1 to have trample and haste. Trample and haste. Okay. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. It's spirit in addition to its other stuff. As when it dies, return exile card to your graveyard. It's way too expensive to see play, but it is a sweet card. Exchange your hand. Oh my goodness. I don't think there's any combo we could do to pull this off. It is a commander card. Yeah, it's just a straight up commander card. LED. Illuminate history. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. Then, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 spirit token. It is a lesson. You can go get it with a lesson. Ingenious Mastery. You may pay 3 rather than pay its cost. If 3 was paid, you draw 3 cards, then an opponent creates 2 treasure tokens, scry 2. If it wasn't paid, you draw X cards. 3 mana, draw 3? How much is it worth and not worth giving your opponent 2 tokens if they scry 2? The cycle is so bad. Is a 3 mana, draw 3? It's a good late game card. I guess it's good either, like a different. It's a sorcery though. Okay, discard a card. Is 8 mana? It's too expensive at 8 mana. The other side is 4 mana. You can put all the cards from your hand into play that are lands, so it's whatever. Cosmina, the new broken 3 mana Oko. Let's read it. +2, scry 1. Wait, why does it not make a food? Minus, create a thingy equal to its. Okay, well, it doesn't kill or protect itself very well. Search your library for instant sorcery. That shares a color with this Planeswalker. Exile that card. Then shut. Wow, this card is really bad. They couldn't have just given us Oko 2.0, you know? Cayenne, Dina Substance. I believe I do have. Okay, I do have the backside. Exile top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, put a study counter on. What's study counter do? Pay 5, create a thing, put a plus on it for each different mana value among non-land cards you own. Exile with study counters on it. Has a lot of text. It's not gonna see play, but it's a weird card. Okay, 4 mana. The Dean. Flying. Exile top X cards of your library. Put study counter on each of them. Then you may put a card you own in exile with study counter in your hand. It's a sweet limited card. Okay, Leonin Light Scribe. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you cast into sorcery, creatures you control get +1/+1 until turn. Ooh. Wait, all creatures? That's pretty nuts. That's a good card. Maybe they'll see play, actually. That's a really good card. All creatures get +1/+1. 5 mana, 3/2. Draw 2. Deal 3. Gain 3. I like this card. I'll play it in some sort of Jeskai deck. I like it. I like being able to draw in red white. I'm down for it. I think it's decent. Magma Opus. Pay 2, discard it, create a treasure token. Okay, sure. Otherwise, 8 mana, pay, deal 4 any way you want, tap 2 permanents, create a 4/4, and then draw 2 cards. How can we cast this? I think it's a good card, but it's like, how do you cast it? Maybe with like Gearhulk? I could see this being played in Pioneer for sure. Casmina. Oh, I guess, yeah, the crappy Casmina can cast it. Manifestation stage. Gear hulking, that would be sweet. 4 mana 2/2. Whenever manifesting stage enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal plant token or X number of cards in your hand. So it'd be like make another 3/3. So it's like a 4 mana 5/5 on 2 bodies. A lesson where you just make a bunch of creatures. I haven't seen any cards that fetch up lessons that make me want to play it. Seems strong in an ephemerate deck. It's just too expensive for an ephemerate deck. It's much better to have anything else. Poopy lesson. 3 mana 2/3 flyer. 0 mana. You may cast target instant sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that spell doesn't target creature, costs 8 more. 8 more. Wait, you can like OTK pumping something. Yeah, it's a feather card. Is it? It's not a once per turn, is it? Oh, only once each turn. Oh, they're at the very bottom of it. Boo. Imagine if it wasn't once per turn. You could just like after you dump your whole library, you just freaking pump everything out. Of course it is. Could you imagine how busted it'd be if it wasn't? Just like mill my whole deck over. Okay, pump my thing to infinity. Go. Mila Crafting Companion. This card's sweet. Whenever an opponent attacks one or more planeswalker you control, put a loyalty counter on each planeswalker for each creature. Wow, that's pretty good. Whenever a permanent you control becomes target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, you may draw a card. Wow. Or ability? That's a really good card in like a Taxes deck. It just replaces itself. And you have to kill it for like you're already taxing your opponent. So they have to deal with this before they deal with the actual tax pieces. This card will see play 100%. This card is a really good card. Quietly full, pretty much. And Luca on the other side. +1. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Okay, rummage. If a creature card was discarded this way, draw 2 cards instead. Ooh. See, that's actually pretty good. Return target creature card from your graveyard battlefield. It gains haste. Exit the beginning of your next upkeep. Or reanimate ish, you know? -7, which is actually quick. Excuse me. You get an emblem with whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. That's really good. And it ults very quickly. That's a good card. I think the front side's also really good. So yeah, definitely we'll see play. Okay, 2 mana, scry 1, then draw a card. Wow. Nopped. Because 2, you may choose a player, they return creature. Do all the above. So yeah, it's just way too expensive. If it was instant, sure, but because of sorcery, no. Another garbage land that's taking up a slot. 4 mana tap. Search your library for a card, put it near your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant sorcery, put it. Okay. It's too slow. It is sweet that it's like puts things in your graveyard though. 3 mana. Discard a card. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature. With when it dies, you gain 1 life. Then pay 1. Each opponent mills cards equal to number amount you've gained life this turn. Pay 4. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. It's just expensive. I can't stop yawning. It's not my fault. Restorative Burst. Return up to 2 creature land and planar cards from your graveyard to your hand. All so 5 mana, you just get 2. That's so bad. Wait, I didn't flip it. No, I didn't get the other side. That's my bad. Plarg. Did I get Plarg at least? I did. These cards suck. Like, that's the thing. Like, these cards are so bad. Where's Oko? Where's Uro? Where's something that's going to break magic? Discard a card. Draw a card. A 2 mana looter? Oh, sure. I love Jace's. Pay 5. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary, non-land card with CMC 3 or less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Ooh. Wait, this card's really good. Maybe in Shamans, if we play Shamans again, this card's great. I think it's a good front side. See the back side. 3 mana. Other tap creature control, you get +1/+0. Other untap, you get +0/+1. Good Anthem. Oh, it's a human! Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. Combat solving combo, it doesn't work that way because I mean, you get to untap it, but they can't exert twice. Poet's Quill. When Poet's Quill enters the battlefield, learn. Oh no. Equip creature gets +1/+1 has lifelink. Equip. Wow, okay, wow. The worst command in the set. Um, 3 mana, deal 2 to any target. Faithless Looting. Create a treasure token, short target artifact. I mean, like, if you have Narset out, the card's bonkers. Because you go, like, draw step, they discard 2 cards. You mean best command? It's the worst. The black green one's better. The red white one's better. People are gonna play this, and it's just the worst as a charm. Like I'll play this. Play this in any Narset deck I play. I'm playing this card. It's Flippy Minx on a. It's literally Flippy Minx. Like it looks the exact same. Magecraft. Whenever you copy or cast instant sorcery, each opponent loses 2, you gain 2. It's pretty decent. +1. Look at the top 3. Put one of them in your hand. Rest in your graveyard. Very strong. Plus. Minus each opponent attacks a creature with the highest power among creatures league. So it protects itself, draws you cards, a very good card. -8. Each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Beat this 6 more times. It's a good card. I think it's too expensive as you play. But it's a good engine. Simic. Quadrinks command. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So it's a bounce. Okay, sure. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. That's not bad. Put 2 counters on 1 creature. Meh. Everybody shovels up 3 cards. Jeez. Why can't any of these draw a card? 4 mana scroll wiener. Instant search spells, you have lifelink. It's 4 mana 2/4. At the beginning of your battle, keep exile an instant or sorcery card at random from the graveyard. Cast it this turn. If a spell casts away from your graveyard, exile instead. Okay, sure. These are just too expensive. Okay, 4 mana flying haste. When tree enters the battlefield, you may learn. I love learn. So it's you get a draw card as well. As long as it's in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return. Jeez, that's bad. Do you say it's called Wiener? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, instant story spells you cost 1 less cast. Amazing. It dies to bolt. So they learned their lesson with making these planeswalkers die to bolt, which I think is very smart, but sucks for me. Okay. +1. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. If you've drawn 3 or more cards this turn, deals 3 to each opponent instead. Okay, sure, whatever. Eat an emblem. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's a decent emblem. I love this card. I think it's great. I think it'll definitely see play. I think it's good in Storm. Burn sideboard. How good in Storm? I think it's playable, even as a fun of. Let me see the backside of it. Cost 1 less cast, also great. 5 mana, up to 1 target creature has base power 0/2. The next turn, draw 2. Ooh, sure. Exile up to 5 permanents. For each permanent exile this way, its controller creates a 4/4 blue elemental. Yeah, it's a 5 mana, draw 2. I think it's fine as a fun of. Like, I think you definitely play in Storm. Like, it's definitely good as a card in Storm. Gets around fatal pushes. So I'm a fan. Rushed Rebirth. Choose target creature. When that creature dies its turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value. Put it. Whoa, what? Search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value. Put it on the battlefield tab and shuffle. Ooh. In a sack deck? Yawgmoth deck? Maybe as a fun of? Evoke combo? I dig it. Yeah, like fun of? Sure, why not? It's a sweet card. Sedgemoor Witch, 3 mana menace, ward. Whenever this creature becomes target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter unless they pay 3 life. Okay, sure. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy, create a 1/1 black and green pest. I mean, it won't see play, but it's a good card. It's a good stat line. Exile creatures you control gain indestructible on turn. Ooh, it's a human too? What's the backside of it? Choose a creature or planeswalker and destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. Maybe you could say playing humans is a fun of. It's good for the get around board wipes, actually. Because before you're forced to play Self Spirit. Semester's End. Oh, I don't want to read this. It's not a good card. Let me just skip that one. 5 mana flying double strike. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, you may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player. Create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target player puts a +1/+1 on each creature they control. It's a sweet Elder Dragon, but it's too expensive for modern. But I think it's a fun card for Commander. 2 mana, bird, legendary creature, flying vigilance. Put a +1/+1 on each creature that enters the battlefield under your controller's turn. It doesn't even affect itself. These cards are putting me to sleep. Ambrose Dean of Shadow, 4 mana. Put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. Then Ambrose Dean of Shadow deals 2 damage to that creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1 counter dies, draw a card. It's a human. I think it's that great, but it's something. I don't know what this one does actually. Oh, it's a sorcery? Why do we get sorcery? Target creature gets +3/+3 and flying on turn. Return target creature with mana CMC 2 or 2 or less. Get to the battlefield. Target player draws a card, loses 1 life. Target player sacks creature. It should be 3 mana. This card to be playable at 3 mana, but 4 mana is so expensive. White black. It is a human. You name a card. I think this could see play. I think it's pretty like actually decent in humans. Like naming Fatal Push, naming Bolt is actually pretty strong. And it's a good body, a 3/2 body for 2. Yeah, the card's definitely playable. 3 mana enchantment, learn. Whenever you attack, put a +1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. What? That's a bonkers limited card. Constructed, not so much, but bonkers limited card. Strict Proctor, flying 1/3. Oh, this card's nuts. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, cause a triggered ability to trigger, count that unless it pays 2. This card is very good. This card will see play. This card is a good card. There's so many combos with it. Lotus Field's nuts. Imagine if Earl was legal. Play this bad boy out and just get free euros. Strixhaven Stadium. Oh my god, that's a lot of text. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to an opponent, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Then if it has 10 or more player counters on it, remove them all, and that play was what? Weird. It's a weird thing. 4/4 doubles counters When it attacks, you may have the base power of toughness. A creature you control become equal to Tazmir's power and toughness. Okay, sure. All these commander cards. Teachings of the Archaic. One has more cards in hand than you. Draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead of one has at least 4 more cards. 4 more cards in hand than you. So only draws if you're behind. For each opponent, gain control up to one target creature or planeswalker that player controls. So you can see 3 or less. Wait, what? For each opponent, gain control of up to one target creature or planeswalker that player controls with CMC 3 or less. 4 mana mind control? Wait, this card is actually decent. That's a good Esper card. That's a good blue-white card. That's a good. Wait, this is a good card actually. It's like not dead in almost any matchup. Besides like Adnos. I think it's to play. It's a good card. I love this card's great. The Biblioplex. If you have 0 or 7 cards in hand, pay 2. Look at the top. If it's an instant sorcery, put it in your hand. I'm okay having this as a fun of. It comes to play untapped. I think this card's great. Playing blue white, control decks, just you Jace. You have 7 cards. Instead, put the card back in your hand. 0 card. Like I think it's a good card. Card engine because Storm and Burn are in it. Ooh, it could be. Yeah, that's a good Storm fun of. I mean, no, not Storm. Burn actually seemed decent. And it's a good homage library. This is a good Burn card. Wait, this is actually a really good Burn card. Burn really needs colored mana. I guess yeah, I guess it screws over Eidolon. It does have a cost. Maybe it like you just don't play Eidolon. Like it you can play this card if you just don't play Eidolon. I guess wait. It actually doesn't cast like how many spells can you not cast in Burn? You can only cast like 10% of the spells with the colorless land is the issue. You can cast Skullcrack. Okay, I think it'd be a max fun of because it does not cast any spell. So it's interesting because it could see play and burn, but we'll see. We'll see. Torrent Sculptor. 4 mana ward 2. If it's targeted, they have to pay 2 or it's countered. Pay 2 life or it's countered. Or no, they have to pay 2. Okay. When in enters battlefield, exile instant sorcery card from your graveyard. Put a number of counters equal to half that card's CMC bounded up. It's a big board 4 mana. 2 mana. Discard a card and draw a card. When you discard an instant sorcery, this way deals damage equal to that card's mana value to target creature opponent you don't control. Not bad, not great. 3 mana legendary Jin Bird, 2/2. You may exile target instant sorcery from your hand. Put 3 home counters on it. Beginning of your upkeep. Remove a counter when the last one is removed from that card. If it's an exile, you may cast it. It costs 4 less to cast this way. Interesting. 5 mana. Oh my goodness. There's so much text. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile top card of each opponent's library until end turn. You may cast. Okay, you can cast a Shuri. 4 mana is so much. So 5 mana is so much to be a 4/4. It's just too much. 1 mana. Mana Slave. Holy crap. How much words are they putting on cards these days? It has 2 sides. Give me a second. There's so much. Okay, 1 mana, 1/1 Menace Lifelink. If like in like 10 sets from now, I'm gonna be reading a whole novel every time we do these set reviews. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Okay, very good on a 1 mana card. When you do, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 1/1 creature. That pass. Not bad. Decent. Backside. Whenever you gain life, it's called library. These cards a book. Is Death Shaman? No. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, put +1/+1 on each creature you control. I mean, like, the card is a good card, but it's not a modern card. Exile target Monaco permanent. Boom. Now we're talking. Esper? Heck yeah, baby. This card's great. This card will definitely see play. 7 mana. Won't see any play. We're almost at the end. Vigilance Trample. This card's great. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature card with CMC exile to your graveyard from the battlefield. Battle from the graveyard. So you connect, you bring back a 2-drop or a 1-drop or a 3-drop. Like, this card is great. I don't know how you're going to give it evasion, but this card is a phenomenal card. I don't know where else you play, but everything it does is just great. This plus become immense. You exalt the card you want to bring back. Verdant Mastery. Does it become immense give trample? I don't remember. I don't think it does, right? No, it does not. Familiar Spirits. I don't know what this card does. I've read this card like 6 times. Wait, does the card have trample? Oh, it has trample? Whoa, that's pretty good, actually. Okay, search your library for up to 4 basic land cards and reveal them. Put one of them into the battlefield tapped under your opponent's control. If you paid 4, put 2 of them on the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest into your hands. It's a 4 mana ramp and then 6 mana ramp your opponent. 5 mana 4/4. Whenever opponent casts in a sorcery, you may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for. Wait, what? If an opponent casts in a sorcery, you may pay 2. They may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell. Ooh, that's a good commander card. Tron. I think it's a good card actually. Each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library, reveals a land, instant, or sorcery from among them, then puts the cards they revealed sway in their hand, the rest in the battle. Each player gains through life. Each player? This is so bad. I don't want my player to do that. The black-green one. I think this card's actually playable. Mill 3, return land to your graveyard to hand. So that's good. You're already +1. And then destroy target non-creature on land card with CMC 2 or less. That's good. 2 for 1. Target creature gets -1, maybe kill some creatures, and then gain 2, lose 2, whatever. I think this card is really good. I think this is probably the best command. It's just a 2 for. It's actually a 2 for 1. It's 2 mana. This card's really good. It'd be busted in speed? Yeah, it would. So this card's great. And we're done. Holy crap. That was a long Strixhaven. Well, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. That was a long set review, even though it wasn't. There just was so much text. We will see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe.